Hi, I'm just delivering some junk mail. I don't really want any more of this crap, to be honest.
Richard uses the big book of parking to contest a ticket.
It's incorrectly marked and illegally marked, so you can't actually enforce tickets here. This is the law, mate. This is absolute law.
And the nation's patience is put through a tolerance test with Ben, the world's worst minicab driver.
It's actually my first week.
Don't go round here.
If we cut up here...
What are you cutting up there for? I want to go up there.
But first...
Rubbish. What's that all about? It used to be very easy. I just chucked all the stuff in a bin, put it outside my house, and it disappeared. But now, oh no, we've got to recycle. We've got to save the earth, save the dolphins, help the polar bear.
In the UK, we bury around 17 million tonnes of domestic rubbish, enough to cover an area the size of Northampton, which is a thought. The government has granted councils the ability to set and enforce their own rubbish policies, including the right to inspect bins and fine offenders.
Now we've got bin police, we've got fines. Why should we recycle? What's it all about? Help!
This is Exeter, a town at the cutting edge of radical recycling policy. They have something most other towns don't. Bin police and an army of informers. The informers take the guise of ordinary bin men. However, whilst emptying the rubbish, they're also reporting back any misdemeanours to Exeter Council and the bin police. And today, I have the privilege of riding with them.
What do we do? What are we checking for? So what are we looking for in here?
Right, we're looking for, like, cardboard, newspaper.
Yeah. So this is all stuff that's supposed to be recycled?
Exactly, yeah.
But you need to check they haven't put anything in that's non-recyclable.
Yeah,
like what? Like
bottles, glass,
nappies?
nappies, garden waste,
Right.
general food.
Yeah, and if you find any of that, we run down, kick the door in.
And we put a sticker on.
Right.
And it goes back into the office. Then they come out, the enforcement, and tell them what they're doing wrong.
What's the worst thing you found in a bin? You ever found a body?
No. Dead cat.
Dead cat?
Dead cat.
Is that recyclable?
No.
You can't?
No, not recycled cats.
You haven't got a special bin for dead pets?
Yeah, done the
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
So if my pet dies, I don't recycle it, there's a special bin. What is it, like a coffin-shaped bin?
Yeah.
Right, well, I've just spent 4 hours being a bin man. Actually, we can't lie on telly anymore. I've just spent 5 minutes being a bin man, but I've got an idea of what it's about, what they're looking for. Now I'm going to go on to the bit I quite like. We're going to find the people that haven't recycled properly and enforce. Yes.
If the informers spot any recycling violations, they report the household to Peter Delaney. He's a recycling enforcement officer, aka the bin buster.
Shh. Here to enforce.
Okay,
Pete, what are we here
Dom.
for?
Well, Dom, look, yesterday the crew wrote down that this address, that they had wood and all sorts in it. So,
What, licorice all sorts?
well, I don't know. It says
Do these
to
people
see-
have a history of contamination?
Well, in fact, these do, and it was just over a year ago that we served notice on them.
The bin men had reported a house with a history of recycling violation and gaudy exterior decoration. This gave us the right to go onto their property and rifle through their bins, backed up by the law.
Probably not as tough as you.
Cover me, you're going in.
Yeah.
Go.
All right, Dom?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dom, we've got the green bin with the sticker on it.
Are we allowed in their garden?
Well, an offence has been committed, and
Let's have a look.
and we've got a stone here.
Is that recyclable?
Well, definitely not.
So we're going to knock on the door?
Yeah, let's go and see what's what.
Excellent. Police!
It's a shame if they're not.
Come on, we know you're in there.
Well, that's a shame.
All right, so that's it. So if they had been in,
Well,
what would you do?
We have to serve a Section 46, then the Section 46 has to be broken, which has happened in this case.
Fine, so then it's broken, so we got them again, so then what, you fine them?
No.
What do you do?
Because it's over a year,
You got to do it again?
we need to
Another
see
Section
what's
46.
happened. We'll probably send them a reminder letter with a photocopy of the Section 46.
And then if they break again,
a year
what can
ago,
you do? You fine them?
Yeah, we could try.
Would you,
and,
You haven't managed to get money out of a single person for recycling problems?
Not yet.
Not yet.
And,
How long has it been going?
And as far as I know, no other council in the country has done it yet.
It turned out that the resident on Pete's list didn't live there at the time, so he didn't know who to serve the Section 46 on. No Section 46, no fine. I was surprised to discover that Exeter hadn't fined anyone. What was the point of threatening fines if you didn't actually go through with it?
Let's go and have a look at a few more bins then, Dom.
Yeah.
And Exeter isn't alone. Not one council in the UK has yet managed to fine a household in this way. Pointless or otherwise, we were on a bin hunt and we had the smell of rubbish in our nostrils.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying, aren't they?
Well,
They're definitely putting their waste out. Is this the one?
so this is the one. Let's go and have a look then, Dom.
All right.
Oh, there's the nappy right in the top of the bin there as well. Look, this is nasty. So
We'll put it away then. You've got to be a bit more forceful than knock. There we go, that's good. Hello.
Hello. So how you doing? Hello.
About that, is it?
No, not about that. We've come about your green bin. You know, you've got all the wrong stuff in your green bin.
Nappies and shit, she didn't put it in there.
She didn't put it in
No.
there.
It's all on top of the black bin.
So somebody else put it in there for you, did they?
So someone's come round and taken the nappies and put it in the other bin?
Yeah, it's on the black bin.
That's really
where we
annoying.
put it in,
That
where
isn't- yeah.
there's a cats get in there.
Yeah. So that is always a problem, isn't it? And
So the cats have taken the stuff you put in the non-recyclable
No,
bin?
where the cats knock it out,
Yeah,
and where it's on the path,
Yeah.
it goes onto the path outside, someone puts it back in the bin.
cats in it.
you'd think it'd be simple, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Recycling, but there's always a
There's always those cats.
there's always a catch to it somewhere.
You're going to try
Recycling-
harder to recycle from now on, yeah?
Yeah.
That's a promise, yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, that's
Okay,
good
that's
news.
great. That is good
That's
news,
brilliant
isn't
news,
it?
yeah. But keep Exeter tidy, remember? Recycle.
Recycle.
We're all,
Keep it.
we're all green now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll come and won't fine you.
Yeah.
All right, lovely
you
chatting
later.
to you anyway. Stay
Yeah.
green.
Cheerio. Thank you.
Stay green and serene. I didn't feel he was probably as environmentally aware as he said.
No, I don't
What
think
did you
so.
feel?
I feel we're on sort of a crusade in a way.
You are, you're a crusader, are you?
Yeah. Because things have improved since I've been on this job. I can see the vast the difference in the quality of the recycling that comes into our factory.
All right, well, I think it's a tough job. I wouldn't want to do it.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
That's a fact. Every day's different, Dom.
certainly is.
You never know what you're going to find.
Peter was a man on a worthy, if potentially futile, crusade. If recycling targets are not met by 2010, the EU will be hitting the UK with fines that could cost millions. And guess who'll end up paying the bill? The boys in Exeter were doing their best, but I'd heard of another council with an even more radical recycling policy. Next, I'll be in Oxford, where their idea is to collect the bins less often to make people recycle more. People talking loudly on phones has been irritating for a long time. Trust me, it paid off my mortgage and my kids' school fees. Now, technology means you can be an annoying twat, hands-free.
Yeah, no, it's a Bluetooth.
Will anyone pluck up the courage to complain, though?
Hello. Hi. Well, I went to the sperm place. The most embarrassing day of my life, I have to say. Well, they take you into this room, yeah? It's like a sort of, I don't know, it's like a booth. And you go in, and basically there's, there's porn. There's like male porn, female porn, whatever. And they give you a little plastic cup. Well, they want about a third of a pint of sperm, so I think, see? Yeah, I know, it's about 10 times. Well, no, the problem is I've got weak sperm, whatever that means. Weak sperm. It means basically it kind of swims a lot slower or whatever than the other one. Yeah.
Excuse me,
And so-
you realise you're disrupting everybody in the cafe?
Sorry?
You realise
I'm on the
that
phone right now, sorry.
Yeah, but how long are you going to be doing this? You're shouting on the phone, but we're trying to have
Excuse
a
me,
conversation.
I'm on the phone. Sorry.
What are you
There's someone
doing?
chatting to me in the cafe.
You're taking over the whole space of the cafe.
Excuse me, I'm on the phone.
Well, then get off the phone.
No, I'm on the phone
you
actually
should
right
get
now.
off the phone.
I'm on the phone.
When are you going to finish
Yeah, sorry.
your phone call?
There's some
I asked
beardy-
you when you're going to finish your phone call.
There's some
I
beardy,
asked you when you're going
there's
to
some
finish your phone
beardy,
call.
weirdy guy shouting at me, yeah.
When are you
Well, no,
going to
it's
finish
one of
your
these
phone call?
vegan cafe
Go
places, so
somewhere
it's full of
else.
these sort of people. Yeah. No, it's the usual beardy, weirdy, lesbian type meeting. Yeah, and they're just going on about stuff.
Beardy, weirdy, lesbian
Yeah.
types. Beardy, weirdy, lesbian types. Beardy, weirdy, lesbian
Yeah.
types. Beardy, weirdy, lesbian.
No, so I came back about, I think he's foreign, so... Okay, see ya. Bye. Can you keep it down a bit, please? At least someone did complain. Obviously, though, he wasn't British. He was American. Typical.
I remember the days when we actually looked forward to your postman visiting. That sound of the letterbox opening with the echo of post hitting the carpet. Letters from lovers, wedding invitations, notes from old friends, postcards. Britain loved its post. Nowadays, it's a different story. There's an all too familiar sound that ruins my day. It's the sick sound of slimy, glossy paper sliding into my home. Lifeless letters from loan companies hitting my floor with an effeminate slap. It's junk mail. What are you doing?
I'm just doing my job.
I've already told you about this, haven't I? You're not doing your job. What you're doing is, frankly, littering in my house. Do you know what this is? This is a Magnum. It's the most powerful handgun in the entire world. If you come back here ever again, I will shoot you. Now go. Good, huh? That's the way to deal with it. I mean, look at this stuff. Pizza menus, deals I don't want, home learning. Isn't it about time everyone just took all this stuff and returned it to the sender? Excuse me, mate. Is this your leaflet? Yeah. It is? Okay. You know, you drop these in through our letterboxes. I've had enough, okay? I don't need any more pizza menus through my door. I think I've got enough. Thank you.
This is Capital One's London office. They're one of the biggest senders of junk mail in the UK.
Hi. This is Capital One. I'm just delivering some junk mail. 'Cause I don't really want any more of this crap, to be honest. We just get sent so much of it, you can have it back. Thank you. Bye.
Just because you've got a parking ticket doesn't mean you always have to pay it. And Richard is the guy to show you how.
Parking. Quite literally, very confusing. Our cities are covered in hundreds of signs telling us when, where, and how long we can park. Even if you're driving a piece of wood. And the odds are against us. Misread a sign or miss a marking and they've got you. A ticket and a fine are yours to keep and treasure. No! But not anymore. This is Barry Siegel. And he's waging a one-man war against the wardens. He has successfully contested thousands of parking fines. He's a ticket terminator, and I'm here to learn at the feet of the master.
Well, this is the Bible, the Traffic Signs, Regulations and General Directions 2002.
It's a hefty volume, isn't it?
A mere 447 pages.
So you know every one as well.
Well, not exactly, yeah.
So what is illegal then about this parking bay?
Well, this is a long bay without any individual bays, and as you see, correctly, they have one single line at the end.
Right, the white one there, yeah?
Yeah, but if we wander along here, you'll see that the marking of the bay at the end is a double white line, which is incorrect.
Well, should they both be the same, or?
Should both be single.
Oh, okay.
Lesson 2. There's no sign.
Ah, okay. Right, no sign this one.
The signs are critical. So you have to have lines and signs.
Right,
Without
okay.
one or the other, the bay is invalid.
It's been a couple of days now since I spoke to Barry. Give me some time to digest this little number. Now, I've parked my car illegally in one of the bays we talked about. Now all I've got to do is wait to see if we get a friendly traffic warden. Excuse me. What are you doing? This is my car. What are you doing?
Do you have a permit? Why are you parking here?
It's actually legally parked.
That's marked illegally.
Yeah, let me show you. I've got a book here. Oh, get this all the time. Right? Let me show you the end of this bay. The lines at the end here should be single, like this. You only have double lines when it's a broken bay, where like this one over there, where there are lots of parking spaces. But when you have a single long bay like this, it should be single lines at both ends, which this one isn't. So it's incorrectly marked and illegally marked, so you can't actually enforce tickets here.
What is this?
This is the law, mate. This is absolute law. You cannot enforce a ticket on a bay which has double lines. It should be single. When it's marked incorrectly, it's therefore unlawfully marked. Therefore, you cannot enforce a ticket.
I don't know why it's like that. And
Yeah.
I don't know why they are giving me
It
this.
shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, but...
Well, so anybody can get these.
Yeah, but here it's enforceable, except you have appeal.
So you're saying you still have to give me the ticket, but I have to appeal separately?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it there because I've got nowhere to park it, and I know it's parked legally. So if you do feel the need to give me a ticket, it's illegal. It'd be a waste of your time. But I guess I would have to take that up separately. Still got a ticket, of course. But with the help of the knowledge contained in Barry's big book of parking law, I thought it was definitely worth contesting the fine. So I did. Guess what I got this morning? Letter from the clinic, I'm all clear. No, it's not. It's actually a letter from the parking office. Dear sir, it's me. A site inspection was carried out at the above location and it was found that the road markings are not correctly displayed. Therefore, the penalty charge notice has been cancelled. In your face, local authority. Barry, a legend. No.
Tonight I'm looking into bins. Earlier, I rolled with the Exeter bin police, armed with the right to fine.
You haven't managed to get money out of a single person for recycling problems?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But now I'm in Oxford, where the council has opted for one of the most radical solutions in waste disposal. They've decided to collect bin bags and recyclables on a fortnightly basis. Brilliantly, it's cost Oxford City Council £2.1 million to implement. Not so much the city of dreaming spires, more the city of steaming piles. This is Annie Skinner, a local protester.
So how many different boxes do you have for recycling?
We have 2 boxes for recycling, a wheelie bin for household waste and a green sack thing for garden waste.
And how often is that supposed to be picked up?
Our recyclables are collected once a fortnight and our household waste is collected once a fortnight and they alternate.
When's pickup supposed to be for that?
That was yesterday and I don't understand why it wasn't collected.
I mean, some people would just say this is general student muck. But even if it is student muck, it should be cleaned up, shouldn't it?
There's 6 people live in this house. You can imagine that creates an awful lot of rubbish in 1 week.
Yeah.
So if they only pick it up every 2 weeks, you end up with stacks of bins.
But the council would say that by picking it up every 2 weeks, it's encouraging you to recycle.
Well, I don't really see how that works.
Well, nor do I, but I was hoping you'd tell me. You're at Oxford?
I am.
Yeah, well, then you're going to know, aren't you? You're all bright kids, aren't you?
Well, you know, yeah.
What do you study?
Politics, philosophy and economics.
Well, there you go. I mean, so come on, get on with it.
All right, well, I don't really understand how they think this works because if you separate your rubbish out, you're still going to have an awful lot of rubbish which doesn't recycle.
Yeah.
So sticking it all in different bins doesn't make it go anywhere else.
No.
So you've still got the same amount of rubbish.
It's bollocks, basically.
Yeah, bollocks is probably the word I'd use
bollocks,
too.
and this man's at Oxford.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
Oxford loves boxes. There's blue ones, green ones, big ones. Oh look, there's a red one. They don't seem as popular as the others though. All this rubbish was within a 2-minute walk of Annie's house.
And this is what then? This is just people haven't bothered, or?
Well, it's a mixture. It's fly tipping, I should think. People who haven't got space, if they have to keep it in their house for 2 weeks, then it's not very pleasant, particularly in the hot weather.
Yeah, of course.
And so they'll probably come and dump it there.
But at least people are recycling more.
There's no research that I have ever seen, empirical sort of hard facts and figures to say that you couldn't achieve the same results with weekly collections.
But I just don't understand the logic which says that if you collect rubbish once every 2 weeks rather than once every week, that's going to make people recycle more. I just don't understand that at all.
I think you should ask the council about that.
Who should I speak to in the council at Oxford about this?
The person who has driven this through is Councillor Jean Fuchs.
Jean Fuchs. Better say that right. So we're just at the back of Oxford Town Hall. We're just about to go and interview Jean Fuchs, who is a Liberal Democrat councillor. In here, we've got a collection of stuff that's been stewing, shall we say, for 11 days. Here's what we're going to put in to make this thing really stinky in 11 days. I'm going to do it in the style of Keith Floyd. So come on, Ed, on to me. What have we got here? Mussels and prawns. Follow the mussels. Haven't even cleaned the arse tract. You can see the little bit of grey. This is a fish. It stinks. That's going in. This is a chicken. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then what we're going to do is we're going to leave that outside, and that is going to whiff.
I'd arranged to interview Councillor Fuchs at the town hall. They let me into their lovely wood-panelled Palace of Democracy with my smelly box.
So, we're in the town hall, we're in the meeting room. This is where we're going to interview Councillor Fuchs. She's going to sit there, I'm going to sit here, and there is our 11-day-old pooing rubbish. It really is starting to stink. I'm slightly worried when she comes in, she'll smell it.
But just as I was getting ready to talk to her, Councillor Fuchs and her dynamic press officer pulled out. They were worried about my intentions.
Councillor Fuchs has smelt a rat and she doesn't want to do the interview, so she's arguing right now in reception. So we're not going to get the interview, so I'm just going to have to try and doorstep her and give her this and say, can you deal with something because it needs to be collected? Come on, let's go. Hello. I'm Dom Joly, I'm gathering.
Hello.
We're not going to do the interview.
Well, I'm sorry, it
That's all right.
seems to have changed a bit from what
That's
we
fine.
had originally understood.
It's just
I
we've had this
apologise
rubbish
for that.
for 11 days in here that we were going to give to you because it stinks. And we were just going to find out whether we could, because it really stinks. But it just stinks.
Sorry you had a wasted trip.
Well, it's not wasted, but it's just we're wondering when's the collection, because this is 11 days old and it really stinks. We're just wondering if anyone can get rid of it for us. Could you just tell us what day the collection is and where we can leave it? It's 11 days old and honestly, there's flies in here and everything. Well, I guess that's the voice of the people. What can you do? Bye. Can I leave this with you? Have you got a rubbish place we can leave it? Because I know that they only pick up rubbish every 2 weeks, is that right? So this is 11 days old, so it's fine. So if you just pick it up in a bit. Brilliant, thanks a lot.
Since we filmed this, Oxford Council have announced that they are going to trial a new refuse scheme. Yet another bin collection, and this time for food. And it's weekly. Perhaps it was my smelly box that gave them the idea. Or maybe not. Time now to test the public's patience.
Can you stop it?
We know that as a nation we're rubbish at complaining, but just what will it take before we finally crack and dare to grumble out loud?
I'm so sorry.
This week, Ben's going to see just how annoying he has to be before he provokes that very un-British reaction. A complaint.
Proper cabbies know what they're doing. They're true knights of the road who have to do training and everything. I'm not. I'm driving a minicab and I haven't got a clue where I'm going. But I do know one route though. Start at King's Cross Station, turn right, turn right, turn right, turn right again, and back to where I started. I'll be going round the same loop over and over again. How long before these passengers realise that I'm utterly hopeless and complain?
I've been down this road like 2 times already.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, it's different. See, the Premier Inn, it's a different sign, see? We were going past the Premier Inn with it on the other side, if you remember.
You did all right in this game, didn't you?
Yeah, not too bad at all.
Camping's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's central London, if you don't drive you around the bend.
Well, that's it. Well, that's the thing. The problem is you find yourself going over the same roads all the time and it all gets a bit repetitive.
Time is taken. Because all this way we've passed, that is the pub, I saw the pub.
This is, oh, no, see, it looks the same. It's the thing with London, like I said, it all looks very similar.
Lap 3.
Let me ask you, how long do you think you're going to be to get there, mate?
Oh, it shouldn't be long now, I shouldn't think, mate.
No?
Like, I mean, probably half hour, maybe, something like that.
Half an hour? Half an hour?
Yeah, don't know.
No. It's 5 minutes away, she said.
Oh, do you trust her? Ask her where she learned her taxi driving skills.
Driver, I'm running late. I print the map out. It says 5 minutes from there to the King's Cross, so...
If you look on that map, there's no cars on it, mate.
You got to get me there in 5 minutes, mate.
5 minutes?
Yeah, it's only up the road.
Oh, it's all right. We'll get our foot down. We'll try and get there by then.
Lap 4.
Do you know where it is?
It could be where Upper Street joins Lower Street, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Middle Street? No. This station does look a bit familiar, doesn't it? I hadn't noticed.
You know, could you please drop me here? I will get another cab.
I'm sure it's just round the corner, mate, honestly.
He's out, but not really a complaint. Very mild-mannered. Lap 5.
Are you going back round the same street again?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Because we got to get up round, take the shortcut to get up to there. I mean, we'll be fine.
The thing is, can you see that? Look, that's where you picked me up.
That's right, and now we've come round.
No, but you've come round 3 times. This is the 4th time. Yeah, I know, but this is the 4th time you've come round here.
Seriously, don't worry, mate.
Look, that's the Pentonville Road there. There.
What,
that's the Pentonville Road.
So
that's where I want to be,
that
up there. Fuck me.
Fuck
it now, I won't get there.
I know a way we can do it.
No, I don't. You just go down there. Don't go round here.
If we cut up here...
No, what are you cutting up there for? I want to go up there.
We've missed Pentonville that way.
Just drop me out, mate. I'm getting out, mate. Because you fucking go. Where are you going?
2 minutes, mate.
No, you go down there and you can't go that way. It's a fucking one-way system.
2 minutes, mate. Yeah.
Only 5 times on the same circuit. The complaint's in, and he's off. There's only 1 passenger left.
Are you going to come back round here again?
Hmm?
Are we going to come back round here?
Yeah, we're just going to go. It's only just up there, actually. We can cut through. And it should just be right there, actually.
Still no complaint. Come on, love.
Yeah, that's the thing, because of course you got 2 King's Cross stations now, haven't you?
Yeah.
After 40 minutes and 14 laps, we had to stop recording because we ran out of tape. You, miss, have bottomless reserves of patience. Sir, you're very reasonable in the face of my rubbish cabbying. And Jim Ford of Stockwell, real complaining. Not very British of you, but strong work.
I'm not normally the sort of person who complains overtly. I sort of stand for it a bit, but if you start to wind me up, then I might just, I'd rather walk away, which is what I did. I jumped out of the cab and I was gone.
This is Mr. Angry. Now, he might not look very angry, but he is. He's angry about the estimated 2.6 billion, yes, 2.6 billion cold calls that are made each year trying to sell us something we don't want. But he won't take it lying down. They're wasting his time, so he's going to waste theirs. The next call he gets, he'll keep them busy with no effort, because he's recorded his half of the conversation.
Hello.
Hello, can I talk to Mr. Sessions, please?
This is Mr. Sessions, and who is this?
My name's and I'm calling from Limited.
That sounds interesting. Tell me some more about it.
Well, I'm pleased to be ringing you to say that you've been shortlisted by a computer to receive a 50% discount. And that's off double glazing and conservatory glazing. And that's part of our exclusive spring sale. Do you think that might be something you're interested in?
Tell me some more.
Well, we provide double glazing. We can help more than half your family's energy bills. We manufacture to very high standards in both traditional wood and UPVC. Would it make more sense for me to arrange one of our fully qualified surveyors to come around to your property and they can supply you...
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand. Can you repeat that, please?
Sorry, it must be a bad line. I think it might make more sense to arrange for one of our fully qualified surveyors to come around to your property and they can supply you with more information, talk you through our products, and they'll obviously give you a free,
Hang on a
no
second.
obligation quote.
Can we go back to the beginning so I can get this straight? How would this work again?
You'd receive a visit from one of our surveyors they'd come around and give you some more information about our products, which is
Tell me more.
You want me to go through all of that information again?
Tell me more.
Okay. Well, we provide double glazing and conservatory glazing. It's a unique system, which obviously helps halve your heating bills. We manufacture in wood and UPVC, so that just depends on your personal preferences. And we're considered one of the foremost glazing companies in the country, so we're pretty much top of our field, and we offer very high-quality windows. Are there any specific questions you want to know about
We'll get to
our
that
product?
later. First, tell me some more about your product or service.
What else would you like to know about our products and service?
Tell me more.
I think I might get one of our supervisors to call you at a more convenient
I'm
time.
sorry, I'm not sure I understand. Can you repeat that, please?
We'll organise a different time to talk. Thank you very much for your time, Mr.
I'm
Dodson.
sorry, I'm not sure I understand. Can you repeat that, please?
Tonight I've been looking at bins and the complaints people have about them. The big push to recycle the 17 million tonnes of landfill produced every year means councils are trying radical new recycling policies that aren't always popular. The first council to introduce a policy that could mean fines for non-compliers was Barnet in 2005. But what do the locals think?
I'm in Barnet talking to the people of Barnet about recycling in Barnet. Hello, Barnet person.
Hiya.
Do you recycle?
I do.
Do you do it out of fear?
Yes, I do.
Are you afraid of the council fining you £1,000?
Of course, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. Do you find it, like a lot of people, quite difficult when you're in a block of flats to recycle because you don't know where to put things or anything?
No, it's just difficult, yes.
And have you heard about the devil worship in Town Hall?
No, I haven't, no.
Okay, well, that was all over the papers last week, and there are some of the councillors are devil worshippers.
Oh.
I'm only joking. Do you recycle?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I don't really have time in my hectic lifestyle.
Really? What are you, an estate agent?
No, I go to school.
Are you aware that the council here could fine you £1,000 for not recycling?
No, I'm not aware of that, no.
Does that worry you?
I'm worried. Are the council watching right now?
Well, you have just said on television that you don't recycle. You live in Barnet and you are therefore eligible to pay £1,000. I imagine you can't afford it looking at that suit.
No, it's Marks and Spencer's.
My point exactly.
Yes. Well, I think recycling...
Fuck the world, is that what you're thinking?
I think recycling...
Who gives a shit about the polar bears? As long as I'm all right, it's fine.
I think it should be...
Oh, I like it to get hotter here. I'll get a suntan. Is that what you think?
Are you going to let me talk?
Is that what you think?
Are you going to...
Is that what you think, young person?
The people of Barnet didn't seem that bothered about the recycling policy, but there was one local who was angry about it. So angry, he was pounding his fist with fury.
They become our masters instead of our servants.
So Barnet Council are basically forcing people in this borough to recycle, and if they don't recycle, what do?
They will impose a heavy fine.
Kent was unhappy about the threat of fines and the fact that it wasn't easy to recycle the things he really wants to get rid of.
So they don't recycle lightsabers, car batteries, televisions, plastic, all the things that do cause damage.
And all the things we want them to recycle. This is a step too far.
Right. Do you think we're near fascism here?
Yeah, well, it sounds like. It's it reminds me of Stalin's Soviet Union and Maoist China.
That was interesting. Barnet Council and Stalin. I think I need to pay a visit to a couple of people.
We're pretty confident that Barnet Council bears little actual resemblance to Stalin's Soviet Union.
Go, 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 go.
I decided to flaunt my liberty and investigate some Barnet councillors to see if they're following their own policy.
Okay, it's 5 minutes to midnight, it's pouring with rain, and we're in Barnet, North London, on a bit of a commando mission. Basically, Barnet was the first council in Britain to introduce compulsory recycling, and so we're going to go through some of the Barnet councillors' private bins to see if they're hot on recycling. But first, I've got to put a little bit of commando gear on. Luckily, I've had a bit of experience in
this kind of covert work?
I haven't actually, but I have played golf with Ross Kemp, who's told me all about it at some length.
Right, let's go break in some bins. In this building here lives one of the councillors in Barnet, so let's see if he practices what he preaches. Follow me. So what we're looking for is paper or tin or glass. Nothing there.
The first councillor was squeaky clean. No evidence of recycling infringement.
And looking in, there was nothing. There were just leaves and a round bag tied up. So nothing we can do on that one. My cover story, if anyone stops me, is Bill Bloody Oddie sent me out here to chase foxes. Look, there's one.
Another councillor's property, another set of bins.
It's stuffed full of newspapers, and the council regulation specifically states that you can't put paper in green wheelie bins. I think I'd be a good burglar, actually. I quite enjoy this.
What would the bins of my last target hold? My lawyers won't let me identify him, but he knows who he is.
Councillor number 3. He's on the environmental subcommittee. Paper. Look. Councillor. Paper. Paper. That's his bank account. Jesus. They're paying him how much? We could start a recycling plant in there. My mum always said I'd end up like this, but I think she thought it was going to be after the TV had dried up. I mean, just look at these 2 bags of this councillor's rubbish. Look at the amount of paper here, which is one of the things they really have to recycle. Recycle this, councillor. Anyway, I'm going to put it back, because I don't want to be fined for littering, as well as burglary.
We thought we had our man and a juicy scoop. But it turns out that both those councillors are exempt. Why? Because anyone who lives in a flat is excused from compulsory recycling. They both do, so the rule doesn't apply. We did write to the councillors, and one of them wrote back, saying that we were the scum of the earth. So all in all, not a complete waste of time.
Evening all.
However confusing or draconian council recycling policies are, I was still struggling with a very basic question of whether recycling was worth it in the first place. Conventional investigative journalism usually includes heavily researched facts. Google told me that we each throw out 380 kilos of waste every year, approximately 4 Ross Kemps. So I thought I may as well find out where some of it ends up.
Hello. Hi, Dom. Hi. Mike Trim, and welcome to Exeter.
Thank you very much. So the dust cart comes in and it's tipped here.
The dust cart reverses into here, tips out all the waste.
Yeah.
And you can see that is all co-mingled. It's all your different types of waste.
And this is how much waste?
This will be about 2 days worth of waste from around 12,000 properties.
Is that it? And all this will be recycled into something useful?
98% of the waste you see here, I can guarantee you, will be recycled. What we don't want people doing is putting things in their green bin, like soiled nappies, dog poos, food waste, because people in here have to sort it by hand. And in a moment, we're going to put you to work in the paper cabin. What you'll be having to do is, if there's any plastic, pick the plastics up, because we don't want plastics mixed with paper. We go very careful, because there could be hypodermics.
Right. Hypodermic needles?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we don't want you getting a needle sticking in your ear.
I don't want AIDS.
For 2 weeks. What you see here, people are picking off plastic bags, cardboard, and also that the first people here will be ripping open bags, checking there's no contamination. And that's why we like to try to convince and educate people, don't contaminate their waste, because these guys are picking it by hand.
No, I totally get that, yeah. You've got a lot of amateur filmmakers in Exeter.
That's obviously one person.
Is it pornography?
One bin. Well,
and they're throwing it away.
We don't know.
All right.
Could well be. It's surprising how many items you do find coming through on this belt.
They've been rapidly disposed of.
And we don't allow them to display them.
Right,
we make sure, because we do encourage educational visits.
But not that sort of education.
No.
All right.
Now, I think you said that you would like a go at picking off some
Yes,
plastic bags.
Yeah,
so
I did say that.
where would you like to stand?
In the bar.
Yeah, you wouldn't be allowed to get away with doing
That's all
that
right.
when you're working here, I'm afraid. Up the top there, there's a magnet.
Right.
So anything that's still will jump up.
And who pays for this?
The taxpayer.
Taxpayer. Local or
no, local tax.
Council tax goes
the
towards
council
it.
taxpayer.
Right.
This plant actually costs £1.3 million a year to operate.
Right.
But because we sell goods and we get recycling credits, we get an income of around 600,000.
I was going to ask that. So, for instance, plastic that you get, you sell on to places to make stuff.
Yeah.
And where does the profit from that go to?
It goes back into the support
back into
of
running of this.
running this. I still go around the country, and still in this city, you hear people say, it's a waste of time recycling because all you do is pick it up, it goes into your factory, and it goes to landfill in any case.
I've heard that.
And, I must say that, a lot of people think we are very simple in local authority, but if you think we spend all this amount of time and effort
just to chuck it in landfill,
to chuck it into landfill, you're totally wrong.
I'd never met a man so passionate about other people's rubbish. But with that stench and the fact that you weren't allowed to read the paper on the job, Mike and his buddies were welcome to continue the fine work they're doing without me.